Hello viewers and welcome to episode 14 of our outgoing Let's Play series for Victory at Sea. I'm your host PPG as always, and continuing forwards I wanted to do a quick episode today, mostly because the developers of the game have recently released a patch 1.02, which does a few things to the game. It upgrades the AI and does a few balancing things. Notably, it changed the how the bombers work, so apparently torpedo bombers are going to function much better, and in the experimental build of the patch they had something involving fixing the dive bomber, so it's also kind of cool. To show you guys some of the features that they've added, one of the things that they did was that now inside the ship editor, or the shipyard, you can first and foremost see what nationality of ship you're buying, indicated by that little flag icon, of course. And in addition to that, all of our ships now have listed anti-air weapons, which you can see. So, for example, from the looks of it, the destroyers here seem to have a mixture of 2 or 1 anti-air guns, and they seem to have a range of 4 or 5 on some of the bigger ships, such as the 2 cruisers that goes up to 7. The Yorktown class carrier seems to have the highest ranging ones out of the bunch here, with those 6 range 8 anti-air emplacements there. So yeah, it's definitely really neat seeing that in action. And furthermore, I believe they rebalanced the AI programming for the ships. So with that said, apparently our battleships should prioritize say higher value targets. In addition, the carriers will also do that too. So it's quite neat. And in what's the word I'm looking for here? In addition to that, I think they've also done something with just how the battles roll out in general. So, for example, I don't think the carriers will deploy themselves in the front of the pack anymore. And to add on to that even further, they've added one more thing. I can't really remember what exactly it is, but apparently the battles now last a bit longer, so you can't exactly blitz them, but they're a lot more, say, fulfilling is I think the word to use there. So it's quite neat. Chances are is that by the time that you're watching this video, the game would have probably been updated even further, because of course this is a scheduled broadcasting and all. So that's that. Excuse me, folks. And I guess for this episode we'll just try to sink as many of these convoys and the such roaming the Pacific here, and yeah, I guess we'll just see where it takes us, really. Because we've already capped off all of those strategically important, for whatever reason, ports, and I want to say that we should be attacking the mainland soon. Just gonna check this one more time, and let's see. Yeah, none of these locations are flashing. None of the ones on the Japanese mainland are flashing either. So I don't really I don't really know what that implies, but I guess we'll just have to give the game some time to update its things before going forwards. And apparently we're defending from a assaulting group of submarines, pretty much. The Germans are launching a few Japanese cruisers and their legendary U-boat series against us. Oh, I remember one more thing that they updated in the patch. Apparently, beforehand, the U-boats could shoot their anti-aircraft guns underwater for whatever reason, really. So, yeah, there is that. And, oh, would you look at that? The submarines are, they're a tad stealthier now. So I guess they fade in. Oh, I guess, I wanted to say that the submarines fade into sight now, so you actually had to use some sort of a radar or sonar type of thing to locate them, but we'll see how they work. So yeah, they've introduced a lot of pretty neat changes into the game. I'm really excited to see how these play out. So starting off, I'm going to slow down the game right here, and we're going to take a look at how those bomber drops work. Yeah, so the torpedoes on these these dive bombers and all. They're much slower, and from the looks of it, they use they're actually they're displayed as torpedoes is also another thing that we haven't seen before. So yeah, it's rather neat in those regards. For this mission, what I think I'll do here is that I'll get the Ark Royal, Enterprise, and Brooklyn class. Apparently we also have the USS Omaha or the USS Detroit for whatever reason. But we'll get our ships to patrol the very edge of the map for now, and I'll send in 2 destroyers to do their thing. Speaking about that, I'm going to pull back the HMS Renown as soon as we deal with the Keiko class, or, you know, the Sendai class cruiser over there. I think there was one submarine over here that was flashing in and out. So it's definitely... Oh, actually, it's actually a... an island attack mission. They're dropping those tiny troop transports. It's kind of neat. That one took a direct hit. Ooh, in real life that would have been quite messy. Imagine just all the people inside that little landing craft get messed up by one of those things. That is not pretty. And yeah, apparently these ships will have a lot more hit points now, so once your ships get into the dueling phase here, just firing salvos back and forth, it's apparently a lot more deadlier. Oh, and that's right, the other thing is that what they've changed is that, so for certain ships, depending on their accuracy, as you see here, the barrage of those secondary guns going off of the Brooklyn, it isn't as spread anymore. Depending on what ranking the captain is on the ship, so for example, the whoever's commanding the USS Brooklyn is a level 10 commander, the highest it'll go. He'll fire a very accurate side barrage of those standard turrets and all. Whereas for somebody of like lower experience, or I guess a level, that won't happen. It's one of the things I think that we're getting into. So it's kind of neat to see. Over here, I really want to dodge these 2 torpedoes. Try to go right by them. Luckily, that one was a dud. From what I remember from Silent Hunter, if the torpedoes didn't hit the ships at a good angle, they wouldn't go off. See that they're still firing a ton of torpedoes. Let's see whether or not any of these hit. Probably won't do any damage though, even if they do hit. But you look at that, that is just so many of those torpedoes going everywhere. It's even more. Oh, this is not good. Torpedo waves being launched over there, so that's good, I guess. I think what we'll do here is I will pull back the HMS Hood and the HMS Renown. Forgot about these guys. And I think we'll just let the destroyer blob here do its thing. And yeah, I guess the submarines really do go undetected now. There we go, so at least we win the mission like that, but I'm wondering how we actually detect those submarines, because we saw them earlier, but that might be, you know, taken for granted that they're on the surface. Let's see, the USS Ross or the USS Marshall over here is making a bit of a close-in maneuver here. Dropping torpedoes, dropping things. Ooh. At least they got rid of the friendly fire going off of torpedoes from the looks of it. So that's at least good. At least we won't run into the spam fest of torpedoes here. It'd be nice if they color-coded them so I'd know which one are ours, though. Currently, this is just a mess of, you know, white torpedo letters going all over the place. Oh. At least the, oh, we're gonna gonna take a hit here, but at least the avoidance seems to work a tad better. Still kind of uncomfortable as to just the sheer amount of torpedoes these submarines launch at us. You know what? We're gonna come over here. Take out the U-180. That's the one that seems to be doing the most damage here. Come on, drop the depth charges. There we go. Yeah, the avoidance seems much better, so that's at least pretty good. And coupled with the fact that our ships have a lot more hit points now, it seems to work a lot better. Come on. There we go. No? Oh, I see. It's surface. That's why we're not dropping any depth charges on it. Is that why? Yeah, it should be. There we go. So, yet another glorious mission 1. Let's see. That actually nets us a good 10 million war bonds. So, not bad. Not bad at all. And I don't think we had lost any ships during that run. The 2 losses listed there are, yeah, they're probably the losses from the port defenders too. So not bad. Not bad at all. Now, let's see. Still hasn't given us any objectives apart from the one we picked up about attacking whatever convoy based over there. What am I bumping? That's why I'm bumping into the island. So, I guess we'll just attack this convoy. I'm not sure about this, but maybe we do have to clean out all of the other ports here inside the South Asia area. Maybe not. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we'll be able to just peg off this convoy mission afterwards. The game will tell us what we have to do going forwards from there. But I don't know. It'd be kind of neat to see. Right, so let's approach this convoy. Let's see what that does. And what can we find along the way here? Oh, that's actually attacking one of our supply fleets. Huh. We have bigger fish to fry. We'll let them do their thing. Ooh, another one of these Italian convoys, not patrols, but convoys, always seem to be protected by a battleship. Huh? Okay, apparently we took too long to sink that convoy. Huh. Yeah, the Italians really seem to like to bring in their battleships during these missions, so I guess we'll start that off and we'll see what we can do here. I guess they haven't fully refined this this carrier thing because the HMS Ark Royal is still deploying way too close to the enemy group over here. And ooh, our allies inside this battle is a submarine pack. Wolf pack. That's kind of neat. Let's see how the HMS Renown is doing here. It's smoking, so it's not doing too well. It's fighting direct hit on that Navigori class ship. It's fighting a destroyer and a battleship here. Oh, that's right. Another thing that they've done is that when your ships are on fire, the crewmen inside are much more likely to actually try to repair the ship. So with that said, it'll stop it from burning up. Evidently, I mean, the dive bombers still aren't great. Torpedo bombers seem to have gotten much better, though. It's a shame that these torpedoes don't do the massive amounts of damage that we're used to seeing, though, unfortunately. Or else this battleship would have been toast. Boom, boom. Phew. Man, the underside of that ship must look like grated cheese by now. There must be so many holes there. Ooh. Yikes. What did we get hit with? Let's see. Ship crippled. Engines are crippled. We've lost a few other things. I think it's time to get the Renown to to turn en route over here. Because that battleship is laying quite the heavy fire on our battlecruiser here. I'm guessing the accuracy changes work both ways, and with that said, we're probably fighting a pretty highly leveled fleet, or maybe it's just the fact that it's a battleship and whatever shots it lands is pretty crippling, to say the least. Really hope that the HMS Renown can get out of here. I think I took one shot on that volley. Ooh, that is not good. That is that thing going down. Oh well. So I have to get that repaired next time we're back in port. In the meantime, how are we doing over here? So the HMS Hood and all are sinking ships. And oh, that's right, they removed the border onto your fleets, or at least to a large extent. So as you can see, the playing field is apparently way stretched forwards now, which is yet another change. And how did we lose that battle? That was weird, but oh well. But anyhow, yeah, they made that change where the map is now extended by quite a bit, so that if you wanted to retreat your ships, it's more so just based upon how far away your ship is in accord with other ships, as opposed to just finding an arbitrary like map edge. Though the convoys and all that, they still function as they do regularly. So there's some marker that the convoys and stuff go to leave to finish their mission, I guess, inside the battles. So it's quite a neat system there. And let's see. I mean, in theory, I guess we could just start rolling up the Japanese islands over here. Let's see, what is this? Sir, I have a message from the Admiralty. Fleet Admiral PPCC. We have received a request of vital importance from Washington, D.C. The USS Indianapolis has arrived at Pearl Harbor carrying half the world's supply of uranium. You must ensure that it makes to Tinian safely. They are assembling the last something that can end the war. Ooh. So, I think we all know what's about to happen. This will be quite intriguing, to say the least. I was wondering which route they were gonna go for here. Whether it's gonna be this historical, you know, drop the nukes on them, or that, or the planned land invasion. I mean, they thought that they estimated that there would be upwards of like 500,000 casualties on an actual like land-based invasion, off of for invading the Japanese homeland. And one of the things about it was that they made like 50 or 500,000 of Purple Heart medals for people who were wounded in service, and they're still using them now today. So just to give you an idea of how many of those things they printed out. I mean, for the last 70 or so years, they're still using the same batch, I guess, the same production order, I guess. Man, this is a long way back. That is a lot of submarines as well. Oh no, are those ours or theirs? No, those are theirs. Okay. They apparently also have done some changes on the submarines and stuff like that. Not really sure what the parts of... Wow, 2 of these submarine fleets, they always seem to have a heavy cruiser as a lead ship as well. It's really weird. You know what, I guess we could fight it, actually. That'd be a nice source of war bonds, to say the least. But you know what, I think we'll just pick up this heavy cruiser at Pearl Harbor. At least the German subs were worth... Yeah, you know what? I think we will pick off one of these fleets. It'll be another 10 million war bonds. That's assuming that we don't lose anything. I mean, hey, that's another ship altogether. And let's see, yeah, all of these are just... these submarines are actually kind of cheap. That's quite an impressive ship here, the Mokyo class heavy cruiser, 20 million there. Has a nice volley of those 8-inch batteries, though. And what I think I'll do for this battle is that I'll just get rid of all the heavy ships. The carriers are going to stay because they need to take out everything on the surface, and I'll just get the destroyers into this battle. And this should be fairly fast. So let's see what we can do. Heavy cruisers already isolated for whatever reason, so that's good. And let's see, yeah, the fighters are scrambled. Things should be going pretty well. Slow the game down, go to one of our ships, and let's see how they're doing. Yeah, they're still lobbing shots over here. Those are 8-inch projectiles too, so they're pretty heavy. I hope the Air Force goes towards that heavy cruiser. I'd imagine that it's the high-value target of this match. The sounds of it, indeed, they are. Would you look at that? Scroll all the way over there. Come on, camera, go to free view. There we go. Oh no. Well, they did some damage, but those torpedo bombers, despite their increase in accuracy, they just don't hit as hard as they used to. Rather unfortunate. Either way, the carrier will slowly whittle them down to practically nothing. In the meantime, I think we'll just bank in here, get rid of the submarines, and yeah. Ooh, magazine explosion killed everything there. One salvo too, that's not bad. Let's see whether or not we can do that again, so we'll bank in here, go for the I-73. Only half damage that time. There's quite a bit of variance on these depth charges. Don't want to catch that torpedo right there. There we go. And that's submarine number 2 down. What is going on over here? Apparently the HMS Gurkha is going up against that heavy cruiser. Oh no. Well, we should probably get the ship to move somewhere else. So we'll enact those movements. The bombers should handle that ship in due time. How is the HMS Ark Royal taking damage? Oh, it's actually kind of closing up onto the heavy cruiser and all. That's really weird. Let's see, it's almost dead, so we'll let the AI do its job, do there. How are they doing? Ooh, that is not good. Wow, the USS Ross managed to squeeze out of that. Rather surprised. There we go. It's another sub down. There's only 2 more to go. One's really far away, so we'll stick the USS Isherwood onto that one. And how's the Ark Royal doing? Just launching the last volley of bombers, so that one should be dead very, very soon. Oh, and that volley didn't really hit it. Yeah, these depth charges are are really odd in their functioning here. Seem to be really inconsistent. Huh. Maybe you had to be, yeah, maybe it works better if you're just really close to them. It makes sense. I will let the AI handle the submarine over there. Hopefully it'll do a good job. Hopefully. Here, let's close in, close in, close in. Yeah, they seem to work better when you're right next to the submarine. Still don't work great. There we go. It's one down, one to go, and over here. Probably speed this up. Shouldn't be that bad. Let's get into range. Ooh, the bombers are going after it too. Or maybe not? No? Oh, come on, that was a direct hit. There we go. And there. Perfect. So that should be quite a nice payday. Oh, and they managed to grab a Japanese cruiser for us. That's 6 million in the bank. So not great. I mean, not bad though. It wasn't as great as the other fleet. So I guess that's that. Let's see. But on the plus side, we get a free Japanese cruiser, so that's kind of neat. Add something to our firepower. We'll check it out as soon as we put our ships into port here. Lots of submarines, oddly enough, inside the territories now. They always seem to have a cruiser with them, too. It's weird. How far do we have to go? 70 more clicks. And again, submarines and heavy cruisers. Really, really weird. And there, we are at Pearl Harbor, so it's time to escort apparently this bomb ship. So we'll go with it. We'll see where it takes us, and I guess we'll dock into a port along the way here. So I think we'll make a quick cut here, and when we return, we'll continue escorting this ship. So yeah.